Hi and welcome, I'm Viv. Welcome to Yoga in a Pint. Today online we are doing a sequence all about twisting. So twisting our bodies is a great way to promote spine health, to have a lot more mobility as we age, and it's about energizing our body, getting that energy up and down our spine, traveling throughout our body in a healthy way, and it can be really detoxifying as well. So we're going to work on some twists today. A little thing before we get started: if you are pregnant, deep twists are not a great idea for you, and if you have any disc injuries, you're going to really know your body and do your own thing. I have lots of modifications that I'll give you along the way. Please take care of yourselves and note that there might be a better sequence for you if you have any injuries and discs in your spine. With all that said, we're going to get started. We're going to get started on that playlist if you'd like to join me. And we're going to start standing, because we're going to just start with a really gentle way to wake up the spine. So we're going to just start feet planted. Take a deep breath, roll your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale them down and back. A slight engagement of the core. So we're going to support our spine with a strong core. So engage that core, but continue the deep, slow breaths. And start by placing the ears right over the shoulders. And we're going to start from the neck and move down the spine, and then we're going to move back up. So just very gently, nice loose body. Look over one shoulder, back to center, other side. Just really slowly starting to move the neck. As I talk about that, spine health is so important for mobility as we age. I always think of the story my grandparents told us as they were getting older, and we were wondering if they should still be driving. And my grandma said, "Yeah, it's fine. We get to a stop sign. I look one way, Grandpa looks the other way, and then we go." Because they couldn't look both directions in time. So it is important to take care of our spine and neck. Go ahead and drop your chin to your chest. Tip all the way up, chin to sky. Drop chin to chest. All the way up. One more to chest. One more to sky. And then find that neutral, ears back over those shoulders. And then just a very gentle swing side to side with the arms. Try to keep your hips and your gaze or your face forward. So just giving that spine a little movement. Nice loose arms, just waking up the spine a little bit. Maybe taking a little bit deeper, a little wider arms. And if you want to really get into it, you can keep those hips and face facing forward, and then float your hands next to your waist as you turn elbow center, elbow center. Again, if that's too much, you're going to just stay with that nice easy twist. Long arms, or a little deeper, more intense twist, elbows forward, elbows forward. Pause, slow down and center. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Exhale, press it down to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, the side. One more in each direction. Hands to heart. Close your eyes for a moment. Finding that weight equal in your feet. Square your hips parallel to the floor. Lift your spine all the way up through the shoulders, through the ears, through the crown of the head. Take one more nice deep breath. Inhale, float the arms all the way up. And then exhale, put a little bend in the knees and fold forward, coming right through that center line of your body. Cross your arms, little gentle sway side to side. Let your head be heavy here. So big stretch of the hamstrings, but also nice rounded of the spine. We'll make our way right into tabletop here. So bend your knees so your fingertips can touch the floor. Turn your toes until you can drop your knees, coming into that tabletop. Right into a cat and cow. So again, warming up and moving the spine. Inhale to arch and look up. Exhale to round. A few more of those with your breath, moving nice and slow. So, like I said, moving our spine, continuing to move our spine in all ways, rounding, arching, twisting. We can continue to have that healthy mobility in our spine. We can keep that mobility as we age. We can have healthy movement in our head, neck, shoulders, and back. On your next inhale, come back to that long, flat spine. Knees are nice and wide. We're gonna do a little thread the needle, and this is a twist also. This is a spinal twist. So we're gonna inhale, reach one arm high. You're gonna exhale, bring it through. See how you're twisting through the shoulders and upper back. Inhale it back up and out. Exhale it through. We're gonna take one more with movement and then hold. Inhale it all the way up and stretch. Exhale, come through, come down onto your shoulder. Let your ear rest on the mat. Now, if this is not comfortable, child's pose is going to be a great alternative for you. Knees nice and wide. If you're okay here in the twist and you like this, it feels good. You've got that twist of the shoulders and upper back. You can lift the other arm high and bend the elbow, bringing the back of your hand around to your low back. If that doesn't feel good, bring it back out and place your hand right on the mat in front of you. Whichever one you choose, remember you are taking care of your own body, so be good to yourself. Take 2 more breaths here, nice and slow. We're going to come out of this twist, placing that hand back on the mat if you're in the bind, and then sweep your arm all the way out and hold up there, roll out your wrist. Place your palm down. We're going to take it to the other side. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale it through. 2 more moving before we hold. And maybe one side is a little tighter, maybe one shoulder has an injury, then you're going to choose child's pose instead of this thread the needle. This one we hold, come on down. If you like that bind, here's what it looks like on your back. You bring that hand around to your low back. I can tuck mine onto the leg. Maybe that's not possible, but it feels good just to open that top shoulder. Breathe. We're going to come out by bringing that out of the bind, placing your palm down, sweep your arm all the way up and through. Hold there, roll out the wrist. Bring it down. Take another cat and cow, just getting hips, spine, and neck back to neutral arch. Round. And come back to a flat back and have a seat. So we're going to have a seat on the mat and cross legs. Find your comfortable seated position, whatever that looks like for you, and sit up tall. And throughout, even though we're just seated, we're still going to have that engaged core. So you're not just sitting without awareness. We're building that strong spine and we're supporting it with our transverse abdominal muscles. So try to feel the mat under your sits bones. It's like actually the bottom of your hip bones. If you can imagine your hip bones like this, there's these points down here that you can kind of connect to the ground and feel a little bit more supported. From there, build like you're building a tower out of blocks. So you've got your hips, you've got those lower back shoulders, rest right over the hips, ears rest over the shoulders. Inhale to reach your arms nice and high. We're going to take a really gentle twist. So bring your right hand across to your left knee. A small twist is just going to be that, just bringing this across. It's a very gentle twist. If you're ready for something deeper, you're first going to inhale to get tall. Always start with an inhale to lengthen and create space in your spine. And then exhale, gently looking over that back shoulder. If you want, you can use that front knee for a little leverage to look over the back shoulder. We're going to come back, inhaling that right arm up. Exhale, left to meet. And we're going to take it over to the other side. Gently bringing the knee across. So again, the small twist here is just knee, hand to knee, and your torso turning to face the knee. That's a small twist. A deeper twist, you're going to bring that other hand behind you. And inhale always to get tall, creating space between the vertebrae in order to twist, looking over the back shoulder. One side might be a little more flexible than the other. We're gonna inhale back to center, both arms float to the sky. Exhale, bend your elbows, lift that heart. Slide shoulder blades down, either hold opposite forearm or interlace fingers. Roll shoulders back and up, lift the chin, stretching the spine. Maybe drop one ear over to one shoulder, adding the neck stretch. Chin back to center, other side. Gently moving. And then back to center, chin to chest. Let go of those fingertips that you have or hold on the opposite forearm. And then come on back to center. Roll the shoulders up and out a few times. Shake your head gently side to side and up and down. Maybe taking that into a full circle. If you're taking that full circle all the way around, reverse for at least one or two. Come back to center, stacking those hips, shoulders, ears. Deep breath. All right. Maybe you're feeling just even an ounce more of energy, because as we activate that spine and get some information running up and down that spinal column, we get a little more energy, we get a little boost. We're going to continue that as we move into our downward facing dog. Come into that down dog and pedal it out. So stretch one heel back quite a bit and straighten, and then the other. Switching heels as you press them back towards the mat. Now stay right here, or option to take a little hip opener, and that is a twist as well for the back. If you look under your armpit, you've got a nice little stretch here. Maybe roll the ankle out there in the sky. Bring that foot down to the mat, switch to the other side, pick up your foot, open, roll out your ankle. And bring it on back down. Step your feet nice and wide. Walk your hands back towards your toes. Cross your arms here. Keep a slight bend in the knees. You can cross your arms in just a gentle sway side to side. I like to turn my toes out just a little bit here, but do what feels good to you. And then uncross the arms, taking into an optional twist here. So for that twist, we want to parallel the feet. Put a little bend in both knees. Now, a small twist would plant one palm and maybe just lift the shoulder, lift this arm parallel to the floor, looking in that direction. A deeper twist, you're going to straighten. So I have my left arm in the air. The left leg is going to straighten as I turn to look up to the sky and open my arm to the sky. My right hand is on the floor and right knee is bent. Big stretch with this hamstring, also a spinal twist as I open my chest to the side wall. Bring it back to center. Take a halfway lift, straighten both legs, straighten the spine. Exhale, fold. Place that left hand on the floor so both knees are bent to start, so I can really plant that hand. Now I'm going to turn, so I can either keep arm parallel to the floor and just look over, very subtle, or lift that arm straight up to the ceiling, straightening the right leg. Breathe. Bring that palm down, little bend in both knees. Come up halfway. Keep the knees bent. Stick the hips way out behind you. Gentle rock side to side with the shoulders. See all this love we're giving to the spine and shoulders? Just nice and gentle. You are choosing your own adventure, choosing your modifications. If you have injuries or just want to take it easy today, please take care of yourself. Come all the way up. Take a deep breath. Big exhale. We're going to step up to the top of the mat. We're going to take 2 sun salutations just to warm up the entire body, and then we'll settle into some more stretchy twists. So from the very top of your mat, inhale to reach arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale to that halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step or hop back to that high plank. From your high plank, lower halfway or all the way, chaturanga. Inhale to that up dog or low cobra, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're gonna move right into the next one. Inhale, look up at your hands. Exhale, step or hop to the top. Inhale to that halfway lift. Exhale, fold. I'm gonna add a standing twist here on this inhale, reach high. Exhale, open twist. Doesn't matter which way you go. Look over the back shoulder if it feels good. Inhale it back up, palms touch. Exhale, other side. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold. Inhale to that halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms. Step or hop back to your high plank. Lower that chaturanga. Inhale to your up dog or low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal those feet. Press your heels back. Inhale up to your toes. Exhale, heels back. Inhale to toes. Exhale, heels back. Take another deep breath. Exhale to knees. Big toes together, knees wide, stretch hips back. Support your head. So one of the things that can help add to our twist is the flexibility in our side body. So start to walk both hands over to one side, stack your hands, press your hips back. Other side. Back to center. Have a breath here. From that child's pose, we're going to inhale back up to our tabletop. Exhale, round into a cat pose. Inhale back to a long spine. Widen your knees a little bit, just a little love for those shoulders. We're going to continue into our twist. Exhale back down to the knee. Inhale, big circle up and forward. Exhale, down and back. Like I said, a longer, stretch along that side body can help the spine twist. So we're going to come into a side body stretch on that side. Turn your right toes out, left leg long, left arm high. Plant that back foot, reach up and over your ear, big stretch. Think of all these muscles and ligaments along the side and in your ribs. Inhale it back up. Other side, 3 circles, then the stretch. Exhale it back. Inhale, big circle. Here comes that twist. Turn your left toes out, right leg long, right arm high, up and over, stretch. Inhale your arm back up, place it back into that tabletop, cat and cow, getting the spine back to neutral. And then tuck your toes and lift your hips, downward facing dog. Press your heels back. Inhale to look up at your hands. Exhale, step or hop, both feet up to the top. Inhale to that halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. We're going to make our way into a chair pose here, and we're going to move into a prayer twist. And again, there'll be lots of options and modifications along the way, so you're going to be in charge of choosing what's right for your body and your spine health. So, feet. Now, people have 2 options on chair. You can press the legs together. I feel a bit more stable that way, but if it bothers your hips, your legs could be hip distance apart. So either way, you're going to sink down into your chair and you're going to bring hands to heart center. Now, you have a couple options here. No twist, stay right here. An open arm twist, or bringing the elbow across, hook it to the outside of that knee and use that leg for a little leverage to twist a little deeper. Breathe. Back to center, fold. Scoot your feet a little further apart. Inhale to a halfway lift and then exhale, deeper fold. Other side, so we're going to scoot those feet back together. Come on up to our chair. Hands come to heart center. Open arm twist, or the elbow comes across to the knees, sink into it. Press your legs together, use the palms to twist. Back to center, scoot your feet nice and wide this time. Sink into a wide-legged forward fold. And then a halfway lift to lengthen the spine. Exhale, melt back in to that fold. I'm going to skip my music ahead. So we're going to work down here at the bottom of our playlist to end in a Shavasana. Let that head be heavy. And then start to walk those hands back up. Put a little bend in the knees. Come up halfway. Rocking shoulders into center one side and then the other. Option to stay right here with this nice gentle twist. Or take it a bit deeper. Placing one hand in the center, reach the other arm high. Bring your palm down and switch. Bring it down. Bend the knees, come on up. Make sure you're not lightheaded. We're gonna make our way down into a down dog, through a chaturanga, or skipping the chaturanga. So turn those front toes, bend the knee and circle your hands around, stepping back right into your down dog, or shift forward to that high plank, lower chaturanga. Inhale to that up dog or low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're gonna move into some high lunge, some crescent lunge twists. So from your downward facing dog, inhale to pick up your right foot. Exhale, step it forward, low lunge. Plant those feet. Inhale, come on up, crescent lunge. Now, take the back bend out of your back. So your hips and shoulders are still stacked right over one another. Check on your front knee, that it's bent, and it is 90 degrees and right over that front ankle. Take a deep breath. Big exhale. Now from here, options to take that open arm twist like you did in the chair pose, or another deeper twist option by hooking that elbow to the front knee. Sink into it. Breathe. Come into center, fingertips touch the mat, drop the back knee. Nice and gentle, rock side to side. Hamstring stretch, hip flexor stretch. You could be up on your fingertips or on your knuckles. So I always think of like the hips as the foundation for our spine, and if the hips are feeling really tight and stuck in one position, our spine is going to try to compensate, and that can really make the muscles on either side of the vertebrae really work hard and get tight and sore. So getting these hips a nice stretch can help with our spine health as well. If you'd like to drop down onto the elbows, go ahead and do so. Taking a deeper runner's lunge. Moving into a deeper hamstring stretch, either up on the fingertips or have a seat back on the heel. Straighten that front leg and maybe melt forward into a forward fold. We're going to make our way to the other side, taking that crescent lunge twist on the other side. So walk hands back up, tuck the back toes, step back into your downward facing dog, and just notice that right side. Pause here for a moment. Just feel how it feels on the right side, in the hamstring, on your back. Just notice if it feels any different. Then we move to the other side. So inhale, the left leg comes up. Exhale, step it all the way up to the top. Keeping those feet nice and wide. Inhale to come on up. Again, finding that nice, strong foundation. So we want front knee bent, hips, shoulders, ears. If I feel like I need to bend that knee to keep my hips and shoulders in line, I need to step my back foot back further. Take a deep breath, engaging the rib cage so I'm feeling really straight and tall, not in a back bend. Inhale, reach arms high. So again, you can have that open arm twist, or taking that elbow across, hooking it on the front knee, using that leg for a little deeper twist. I hope you're choosing your own adventure, what's right for your spine and for your health. Take a deep breath. We always inhale to elongate our spine before we twist. So each inhale, think of getting taller. And then exhale, bring those hands to the mat. Drop your back knee, slowly move forward and back. Again, you can be up on your knuckles or on your fingertips. Breathe. And if you like that runner's lunge on the other side, go ahead and take that here, dropping down to the elbows. Breathe. Start to walk those hands back, straighten the front leg. Pointing the toes up to the sky. Maybe that's a deep enough stretch, or maybe you want to sit all the way back on your back heel and then add that forward fold. Inhale, walk those hands back up. Tuck your back toes, step back. Find that downward facing dog, maybe sliding forward to your plank to take a chaturanga. Inhale to that up dog or low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. So maybe come back to that hip opener. So option to just stay in your down dog or pick up the right foot. Circle it out. And then the other side. So think of this as a twist also. Twist for your hips, twist for your low back. Bring it back. Inhale, look up at your hands. Exhale, step or hop up to the top. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale into your chair pose. So we're going to take another twist, chair twist, and then crescent twist. And then we'll make our way down to the floor. So from your inhale here, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale, which are you heading for? That right arm open or elbow across. Keep the knees and hips in line. Press into the elbow. Breathe. Now you can move right here into that lunge. So plant the right foot, step the left back. Whatever you're in, open arms or using the elbow, come into that twist. Bring the palms down. Step back. Take that downward facing dog and then shift forward to your high plank, lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Inhale, look up at your hands. Exhale, step or hop to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale up to your chair. Open arm twist or prayer twist, bringing elbows across. Try to keep knees and hips nice and in line. Breathe. Remember, each inhale gets longer. Exhale, a little deeper twist. We can step right into our twist here, planting that left foot, step the right foot back. Keep it nice and wide and find that twist here. Breathe. Bring your palms down, step back to your downward facing dog, shift forward to your high plank, lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Drop to your knees. Take a cat and cow. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. One more. In each direction. Come back into your seat. Have a seat. Woo, feeling good and stretchy. We're going to take a seated twist here, but first let's take a forward fold. So hips, shoulders, spine can take that nice big stretch up. Round it forward. Reach for your toes or your ankles or your shins. And let your head be heavy. And roll yourself back up. And take a deep breath. We're gonna take that seated twist now. So let's start with the right. Bend the right foot, place it right next to the left leg. Take that right hand and put it behind your back, right behind your tailbone. Now a really gentle or non-twist, very gentle twist is gonna be to lift the left arm and then bring the elbow to the knee. So you're just, again, turning your torso only about 45 degrees, so you're just a little diagonal. If you want a little deeper twist, you're gonna slide that elbow between your leg and your torso. Inhale to get tall. Exhale, look over the back shoulder. And then we're gonna come back through center with a little counter twist. Bring the right elbow around, gently look the other way. Now some people like to take a bind here. If you want, you can take that right hand back and hold onto your left fingertips, sitting up tall, finding a little binded twist here. And then release that bind, stick both legs out, give them a little bounce. Take one fold forward and then just notice if that right side feels any different than the left. Come on up. Take that twist on the other side. Bending your left knee, take the left hand behind you, plant it right behind your tailbone, pick up the right arm. Remember that gentle twist, elbow right on top of knee, torso just turns about 45 degrees. Just hold there. If you like that deeper twist, you're gonna bring the elbow between the torso and your body. Inhale to get really tall. Exhale, gently look over your back shoulder. Then we're gonna inhale to come out. Take that counter twist by pressing your elbow into your leg. Now, if you'd like that bind, you're gonna bring your hand back around and grab for your fingertips and then sit up tall. And exhale, take that bound twist. And unbind, come back to center, reach your arms high. Interlace your fingers, press your palms up to the ceiling. See if your spine feels taller, stretchier, more energized. Exhale into one more forward fold. We're gonna roll up and then roll down, coming into our last series of twists, which are on the floor. Supine, which means reclined or lying down. We're gonna start with a really nice gentle knee side to side, a little gentle twist for the low back and hips. Place your hands on your belly and let yourself exhale, melt into the floor. Feet nice and wide, let those knees rock side to side. Maybe it feels good to interlace your fingers and press your palms up over your head as you find this gentle twist in the low back and hips. Starting to release any tension, release any expectations, and breathe. And bring those hands up, and bring the knees in, give them a big squeeze. We're gonna end here with a reclined twist. So keep your right knee in, let your left leg go long onto the mat. Give a little squeeze into your side and then gently bring the knee across your body as you extend your right hand and look over to the right side. So if you think of this twist, we've got the hips moving through the spine and into the neck. We've got like a full twist all the way up the body. Come back to center, give both knees a big hug, squeeze them in, flatten your back against the mat. And then switch, keeping that knee in, the other leg goes long. And bring the knee across your body. Ooh, looking over that shoulder. It's one of my favorites. Just melt into the mat, melt into the twist. Don't try to force anything, just breathe into it. See if your exhale just releases a little deeper. And bring it back in. Give both knees a big hug, rock side to side, make little circles. Maybe interlacing those fingers and then keep the pointers and just stretch your arms up overhead again. Both knees can rock side to side. Then we'll settle into a Shavasana. So choices, you can extend your legs, arms at your sides, or bring the soles of your feet together, knees open wide, hand to heart and belly, and just breathe, enjoying a little quiet. I'm going to leave you here in the Shavasana and just notice if while you're lying there quietly, if you feel any more energy or feel any energy and more a little more energetic up and down the spine. These twists are great for mobility, they're great for building energy, they're great for taking care of your body. So thank you for joining me. Continue to take care of yourself, whatever that looks like. With rest, with work, with sweat, with calm. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.